Next up for synthesis, we have passive active voice. Now, let me explain in simple terms, okay, what we're doing here. When we're using the active voice, think of it as I am doing something. I'm performing an action. When it comes to passive voice, however, it's the other way around. Something is being done by me. Well, I'll give you an example. I'm cooking lunch. Active voice. Passive voice, lunch is being cooked by me. Get it? All right, so let's go through a few examples and practice. Exercise 1. These are all questions with the ing. What do I mean? Let's take a look. Here, is being baked, is being built, are cooking lunch, are putting away, are cleaning. So this is what I mean by with ings. Again, in simple terms, yeah? So first question, the last batch of cookies is being baked by Judy and her brother. So the batch of cookies is being baked. This is actually passive voice. So let's convert that to active voice, shall we? Judy and her brother are baking the last batch of cookies. That's it. So it's the sentence, the meaning of the sentence is the same. It's just a different way of phrasing it. So the last batch of cookies is being baked. Judy and her brother are baking. So what I like to say is, look, if the question has this present continuous tense with the ing, your answer also needs to have that present continuous tense with the ing. ing in the question, ing in your answer. Question 2. A school is being built for the refugees by the volunteers. A school is being built. So this is actually, again, in the passive voice. So let's have the subjects perform the action, shall we? So the volunteers are building a school for the refugees. Another thing to take note of, a school is. Why? There's only one school, singular, is. But when you use the active voice here, we have to change it to are. Why? Because volunteers is plural. We are no longer using is. We have to use are. Another thing, make sure that the tenses remain the same. Do not convert to the past tense or anything like that. Question 3. The chefs are cooking lunch at the moment. Lunch, oh, hang on. Chefs are cooking. So this is active now. We are converting it to passive voice. So there are many chefs, hence are cooking. But what about lunch? Lunch is singular, isn't it? So what's the answer here? Lunch is being cooked by the chefs at the moment. Now, lunch is singular, therefore is used. Again, the question carries the ing. Your answer should have the ing as well. Is being cooked. The passengers are putting away their luggage now. So we have passengers are putting. So this is the subject performing the action, which means active voice, are putting. So we have to write the passenger's luggage. What is being put away now? The passenger's luggage is being, okay, let's take this away, is being put away now. Point of interest, the luggage belongs to many passengers. So to show belonging to many people, we need to have S apostrophe, not apostrophe S. So many passengers' luggage. So here we have multiple pupils, so that's R, plural. Now we have one canteen though. So the canteen is being cleaned by the pupils at the moment. And now on to exercise 2. The children are driven to school by their parents every morning. The children are driven to school. So this is passive. Let's have the parents do the driving. So the parents, now this is active voice. Parents, plural, so drive their children to school every morning. Take note, this question is written in the present tense. Your answer is also written in the present tense. There is no ing here, hence your answer has no ing as well compared to the previous exercise. The key to the safe was copied by the manager as he needed a spare. So the key to the safe was duplicated by the manager. All right, so action performed by the subject. So this is passive. Now let's have the subject perform the action. So the manager, in past tense, duplicated the key to the safe as he needed a spare. So was duplicated, this is in the past. So your answer has to be in the past as well. Many cars had been repaired by Trevor before he was a certified mechanic. So Trevor had repaired many cars before he was a certified mechanic. So make sure that your tenses, okay, stay. And question has no ing, therefore your answer should not have an ing as well. The students were advised by the teachers to bring their thermometers to school daily. Were advised. Notice this is past perfect, were advised. So let's have our answer be in the past tense. The teachers advised the students to bring their thermometers to school daily. So keep it in the past tense. The car is washed by Jennifer every day. So it sounds like this is the answer will be written in the present tense as well. So Jennifer is singular, therefore washes the car every day. Make sure that your agreement is done properly. Jennifer singular, your verb should be singular as well. Exercise 3. The charity bazaar was hosted successfully by the Society for the Aged. So was hosted. So make sure that you're using the past tense. Hosted the charity bazaar successfully. 2 stray dogs were adopted by Peter from the animal shelter. Peter adopted 2 stray dogs. So make sure that we are using the past tense. From the animal shelter. The landslides were caused by the continuous heavy rain. So were caused. So let's use the cause of the landslide was the continuous heavy rain. So I would say this is slightly trickier. Why? Because the question forces you to write in a different way. The cause of the landslides, okay, versus caused by the continuous rain. And next thing, we are using were in the question. So our answer has to be in the past tense. But why was? Why singular? Well, first, landslides plural, so were, sure. But the cause is actually singular. Therefore, we cannot use were. We have to use was. A farewell speech was delivered by the valedictorian on her experiences as a Townernite. Okay, the valedictorian delivered in past tense a farewell speech on her experiences as a Townernite. The dog was taken to the vet by Bonnie. So this is in the passive voice. Let's have the active voice. Bonnie, okay, took the dog to the vet. Exercise 4. Mr. Lim marked all the test papers yesterday. So any INGs on our answer? No. Okay, so all the papers were marked by Mr. Lim yesterday. Make sure that we have a plural subject, therefore our verb must be plural. All the test papers is plural, keep it in the past tense, and therefore were is used. Darren stole a bicycle last night. So we are using the past tense. A bicycle was stolen last night by Darren. Could there be another answer? Yes, a bicycle was stolen by Darren last night. That's fine too. Do you notice something for this question? As you do more questions, you should be more sensitive to this. We currently have INGs in an ING in our question. Therefore, our answer requires an ING. The soldiers are building the wall. The wall is being built by the soldier. Can you see what I mean? Is being built. ING in the question, ING in your answer. Now make sure that you remember that wall is singular. Keep it in the present tense and use is. Aha, the children are throwing the garbage. Again, ING in the question. So the garbage is being thrown by the children. My uncle runs this company, present tense. So the company is run by my uncle. Now, tricky thing. Now, run is a very tricky verb because some of you might think ran is the answer. Nope, ran is in the past tense. But when we are using, what we're using here is actually something called the past participle, right? Is run. And the past participle run is run. Ran is the past tense. That's the wrong word to use over here. Exercise 5. The boy carefully picked up the injured bird. The injured bird, take note, picked is in the past tense. So the injured bird, singular, was picked up by the boy. The policeman assisted the passerby with the directions. Assisted in the past tense. So there's only one passerby. So the passerby was assisted in the past tense with the directions by the policeman. Question 3, 2 stars. The police found, past tense, Banu's explanation confusing. So no INGs here, and we are using the past tense. The police were confused by Banu's explanation. Now, were confused. Take note, police is actually plural. And let's keep it in the past tense, were. Hui-min is editing. Oh my goodness. Present, ing, is editing the speech on the importance of recycling. The speech on the importance of recycling is being edited by Hui-min. So make sure we have an ing in our answer as well. Is editing, is being edited. The tour guide is leading, again, present tense with the ing. The tour guide is leading the tourists into the Batu Caves. So the tourists are being led into the Batu Caves by the tour guide. Exercise 6. The postman is delivering the letters tomorrow. So we have an ing there. The letters are being delivered by the postman tomorrow. Ravi broke father's favorite vase yesterday. So broke is in the past tense. So was broken. Yeah. So father's favorite vase was broken by Ravi yesterday. The police officer arrested in the past tense the burglar and questioned him. So burglar singular was arrested and questioned by the police officer. The workers are painting. Ooh, ing alert, present, ing, Mr. Ng's living room right now. So Mr. Ng's living room is being painted by the workers right now. Mrs. Toh has asked the head prefect to make a closing speech. So take note, has asked. So the head prefect had been asked. My goodness, this must have been a typo. So this should actually be a has, right? The head prefect has been asked. Another typo, has been asked by Mrs. Toh to make a closing speech. So let me reread the answer. The head prefect has been asked by Mrs. Toh to make a closing speech. That's the correct answer. Exercise 7. We were woken up by a clap of thunder last night. We were woken in the past tense. So a clap of thunder woke us up last night. No ings in the answer. I would say this is a level 2. The lunch did not leave anyone unsatisfied. Actually, that's a fancy way of saying everyone liked the lunch. Do you understand that? The lunch did not leave anyone unsatisfied. So nobody was unsatisfied. Well, what does that mean basically? Everyone was satisfied with the lunch. The judge questioned whether the reports were accurate. Take note, we are using the past tense and we are dealing with multiple reports. So the accuracy of the reports was questioned by the judge. Was as in singular. Why? Because accuracy is the subject here. And another question about questioning accuracy. So the professor questioned the accuracy of the science journal. The accuracy of the science journal was questioned by the professor. So accuracy again is in singular, so was. Question 5. The police officers have taken the stolen goods as evidence of the crime. The stolen goods have been taken by the police officers as evidence of the crime. Exercise 8, all of the questions here are of level 2. So let's take a look. The roadworks department is building a new road round Clementi. Round Clementi. Some students actually get careless and write around Clementi. So avoid that mistake. So is building, do you notice the ing? A new road is being built round Clementi by the roadworks department. Is being built round Clementi by the roadworks department. The choir sang at least one popular song. Sang in the past tense. So what is the answer here? So at least one popular song was sung by the choir. Now, past participles when it comes to passive active voice, very, very important. What do I mean? Was sung. Do not write was sang. Sang is in the past tense. Sung is the past participle that we should use here. How do we know we have to use the past participle when we have a helping word in front? Or like has, have, had in front. So for example, have you ever sung this song? Not have you ever sang this song. Speaking of past participles, has seen, okay? The past participle of see is seen, and you should use the past participle because we have has in front. Anyway, nobody has seen the boys since last week. The boys have not been seen by anyone since last week. Have not been seen. The earthquake in Japan killed, in the past tense, about half the population living in the province. So about half the population living in the province in Japan was killed by the earthquake. As far as agreement is concerned, was is singular. Why is that? Because we have a fraction of what we call a singular subject. Yeah, population is considered singular. Fraction of it is singular as well. Therefore, was is used, the singular form. A poor diet in childhood will result in health problems later in life. So, health problems later in life are caused by a poor diet in childhood. Whether or not that's 100% true, obviously not, okay? But meaningfully true, maybe, right? But as far as English is concerned, this is the answer, are caused by a poor diet. Problems is plural, so are caused. Mr. Tan questioned whether the answer was accurate. The accuracy of the answer key, right? So make sure that we use the past tense as well, was, and accuracy is singular, therefore we use was. Accuracy, singular. The travel company advised the passengers to book their tickets early. The passengers, now we are using the past tense, are we? Were advised to book their tickets early by the travel company. Possible answer, the passengers were advised by the travel company to book their tickets early. That's also fine. If you don't know what the Stack Cup Challenge is, YouTube is your best friend. Amazing what some people can do. Anyway, the students completed the Stack Cup Challenge in record time. Wow, more than one student. Okay, so the Stack Cup Challenge, which is singular, now we are using the past tense, are we not? So make sure you use the past tense. Was completed in record time by the students. Poachers slaughter animals in present tense, slaughter, so that their body parts can be sold for huge sums of money. So animals, plural, are, present tense, are slaughtered by poachers, so that their body parts can be sold for huge sums of money. Next, John had wound. Now, this is a curious word. Wound is the past participle of wind. Okay, in this case, it's not pronounced as wind. Right? Had wound the grandfather clock before he went to bed. The grandfather clock had been wound by John before he went to bed. Exercise 10. One of the cleaners found my purse. My purse, singular, we are using the past tense now. So my purse was found by one of the cleaners. Question 2. The man rescued, in the past tense, the abandoned cats. So the abandoned cats were rescued by the man. The Roadworks Department has built a new coastal expressway that links East Coast to Marina Bay. So a new, by the way, we're using the present tense, yeah, has built. So a new coastal expressway that links East Coast to Marina Bay has been built by the Roadworks Department. My father does not share my mother's love for shopping. Now, that's a fancy way of saying mother loves shopping, but father does not. Anyway, my mother's love for shopping is, present tense, not shared by my father. Mr. Coe's neighbors admired, in the past tense, him for helping the poor. Mr. Coe, singular, was admired by his neighbors for helping the poor. Exercise 11. Ryan pinned up, oh my goodness, pinned up the posters on the drawing competition. The posters, past tense, plural, on the drawing competition were pinned up by Ryan. The pupils are organizing a charity drive to raise funds for Rainbow Home. A charity drive, you see R over here in the present tense? Okay, so is being organized. So are organizing with the ing, is being organized with the ing as well. The children tricked the old man into buying sweets for them. So the old man, past tense, was tricked by the children into buying sweets for them. We're using the present tense here. The workers washes the cages in the garden and then takes them away. So the cages in the garden are washed and then taken away by the workers with an S right there. Okay, so don't forget workers with an S, plural. Make sure cages is plural, therefore R is used. Francis is running 4 different businesses in 2 countries. So what's the past participle of run? So another thing, this is with the ing. Make sure your ing is present in your answer as well. So 4 different businesses in 2 countries are being run by Francis. Exercise 12. The teacher marked in the past tense these books yesterday. These books were marked by the teacher yesterday. The instructor praised the student for being diligent and obedient. So praised is in the past tense. So there's only one student. So was, singular, was praised by the instructor for being diligent and obedient. Question 3, we're using the present tense. Raju keeps the worksheets for Jane whenever she is absent. So worksheets is plural. So the worksheets for Jane are present tense and plural by Raju whenever she is absent. Lily had, in the past tense, completed the project on time. Had been completed on time by Lily. What's a bad answer? The project had been completed by Lily on time. Doesn't sound as nice as this. The postman delivered, in the past tense, the wrong letters to our house yesterday. So the wrong letters were delivered to our house by the postman yesterday. Make sure we use the past tense, and letters is plural, so were is plural. Scientists invented robots to decrease human workload. So we are using the past tense as well. Robots were invented by scientists to decrease human workload. For example, is a washing machine a robot? Kind of. So yeah. The neighbor saw the robber climbing over the wall. In the past tense, so robber, singular, was seen climbing over the wall by the neighbor. The postman will deliver the letters tomorrow. The letters will be delivered by the postman tomorrow. Let's not have the next day. Okay, so tomorrow. That is the correct answer. Ada bought her mother a bouquet of flowers on Mother's Day. So we have bought in the past tense. A bouquet is what we are focusing on, and there's only one bouquet, so we're using the singular verb. Yeah. So a bouquet of flowers was bought by Ada for her mother on Mother's Day. Harry ate, in the past tense, 2 bowls of rice at dinner. So 2 bowls of rice were eaten by Harry at dinner. Exercise 14. Mrs. Lee was scolding the students for drawing on their table. So was scolding. Notice the ing. So the students were being scolded by Mrs. Lee for drawing on their tables. The ferocious winds blew, in the past tense, blew down several trees in the forest. So several trees in the forest were blown down by the ferocious winds. Ali was arranging, again ing in the question, the tables and chairs when I walked into the classroom. The chairs and tables were being arranged by Ali when I walked into the classroom. The writer checks, in the present tense, checks each sentence meticulously, very careful with the small details. Each sentence is checked meticulously by the writer. The policeman arrested, in the past tense, the thief and questioned him. The thief was arrested and questioned by the policeman. Exercise 15. The waiter served the diners promptly. So this is not dinners, by the way. Diners are the people eating at a restaurant. So promptly means on time. So the diners were served by the waiter promptly. Past tense. Amelia, in the past tense, organized a surprise party for Jason. A surprise party, singular, was organized by Amelia for Jason. Aunt Ruby baked a scrumptious chocolate cake yesterday. So we're using the past tense here. Okay, what's the object here? A scrumptious chocolate cake was baked by Aunt Ruby yesterday. The teachers have, present tense, nominated Peter for the Star Student Award. Peter has, singular, been nominated by the teachers for the Star Student Award. The teacher, in the present tense, marks the test paper. The test paper is marked by the teacher. Notice there's no ing. We do not use is being marked by the teacher. No. Okay. So if there's no ing in the question, no ing should be in your answer. Exercise 16. The teacher always answers the pupils, many pupils here, questions during lessons. The pupils' questions, now we are using the present tense, are we not? So are always answered by the teacher during lessons. The police took, in the past tense, took on the dangerous mission. So the dangerous mission was taken on by the police. Past tense. The talented young girl sang. We are using the past tense here, which means we are definitely going to use the past participle. The national anthem was sung by the talented girl at the opening ceremony. Past participle of sing is sung. The doorman collects, in present tense, the ticket as Mr. Lim enters the exhibition hall. So the ticket is present tense, collected by the doorman as Mr. Lim enters the exhibition hall. Ooh, we have INGs in the question. So Jason is writing a letter. A letter is being written by Jason. Exercise 17. The thief stole, in past tense, the wallet that contained thick wads of notes. Okay, there's only one wallet here. Let's use the past tense. The thick wad that contained thick wads of notes was, singular, stolen by the thief. The nasty critic wrote, in the past tense, a negative review of the novel that the author had just recently published. So, a negative review of the novel that the author had just recently published was written by the nasty critic. Wild boars are, present tense, hunted frequently in the rural areas of Indonesia. So, the hunting of wild boars is frequent in the rural areas of Indonesia. I would say this deserves a level 2. So the hunting of the wild boars is frequent. The cleaning crew vacuums and dusts, present tense, the office every night. The office is vacuumed, past participle, is vacuumed and is dusted by the cleaning crew every night. Mr. Lim marked, in past tense, all the test papers yesterday. All the test papers were marked by Mr. Lim yesterday. The teacher made, in the past tense, the pupils of 4A stay back after school. The pupils of 4A were, past tense, and plural, were made to stay back after school by the teacher. So we're here using the past tense. Mary cut the birthday cake yesterday. So the birthday cake, singular, was cut by Mary yesterday. The past participle of cut is cut. The principal announced, past tense, that the Minister of Education is visiting the school. So an announcement that the Minister of Education is visiting the school was made by the principal. The discipline committee deals, in present tense, with the naughty children. So the naughty children are dealt with by the discipline committee. Now, special notes here are dealt with. The past participle of deal is dealt. The postman has delivered, okay, present tense, has delivered the letters to my neighbor, Mr. Lee. The letters, present tense, have, why? Many letters, been delivered to my neighbor, Mr. Lee, by the postman. Next, we have in the past tense, the team of volunteers cleaned up the dirty apartment yesterday. So the dirty apartment, there's only one apartment, so was, singular, cleaned up by the team of volunteers yesterday. We have here in the past tense, Jamie broke the vase accidentally. So the vase, one vase, singular, was accidentally broken by Jamie. The postman delivered, past tense, the package on time despite the heavy rain. The package was delivered by the postman on time despite the heavy rain. They will have completed, so future perfect tense, okay, before the deadline. So the project will have been completed by them before the deadline. This mural, past tense, was painted by Sherry. Sherry painted this mural. Exercise 20. The gardener has, present tense has been stung by the bees in the park. So the bees in the park have stung the gardener. So bees, plural, have stung. Alice was told by Mrs. Lim to be punctual for school yesterday. See this? Was. Alright, so we are going to use the past tense as well. So Mrs. Lim told Alice to be punctual, told, past tense, to be punctual for school every day. The teacher is singing the national anthem. Hang on, is singing. See the ing there? So the national anthem is being sung by the teacher. Question 4 also carries the ing. So the pilot is flying the jet over the stadium. The jet is being flown, the past participle of fly, over the stadium by the pilot. The thief stole, that's in the past tense there, the Queen's diamond necklace. The Queen's diamond necklace was stolen by the thief. And that's it, I'm done here. So this is all for passive and active voice. Hope you learned something. Alright, see ya!